Hi guys, I'm back with another video, and in this video we'll be talking about network security. So this is a part in cyber security domain, and today we'll be learning about some of the basic fundamentals of network security. And this stays to be a core concept in the field of cyber security, and many struggle to know the basics of particular things, and we'll be covering those fundamental things, and so that when you come out after watching this video you'll be good with those fundamental parts, and that is the whole objective of this particular video. So we have to learn the basics first. And why is that? So when you consider cybersecurity domain, so it is a technical domain, and the skill set is actually highly important in this particular domain, because when you compare this in the outside world, so there are a lot of job profiles, job roles are available out there, like many things which can be done by any person. But cybersecurity roles are not like that. Like there should be a proper skill set to the particular person, and that is the main reason cybersecurity stays to be like very hard field to come in. But actually, it is not too hard. It is like you have to understand the basics first, so that you can easily understand the complex things. So the main concept of basic is that even though you are highly into cybersecurity, you'll be using basic terminologies to explain a lot of things, and that is why basics fundamentals are highly important in this particular field. And we'll be watching all those fundamental things in this particular video, and I'll also make it simpler way so that everyone could understand. So before getting into network security, let's understand about the basics of networking. Okay, so there is a group of people who get together to talk about some topics. Okay, in the group, then the each person should be called as nodes. Okay, that is what happens to be called as technically. Network is some kind of nodes or some kind of host joined interconnectedly to communicate each other. So when there is a group of people who get together for talking some topics, the core objective is to discuss about the topic. Like a person A and person B will be interacting each other about some topics, and the whole networking concept is also the similar one. Okay, the host A and the host B, or else the node A or node B tries to communicate with B. So this is what the communication happens between A and B, and this is the core objective of the networking part. And you can also understand the technical terms which is involved on networking nodes, which are the individual people who tries to communicate with the another N, and A and B. A tries to communicate with B. A stays to be the source, and B stays to be the destination. And this is about the networking part. Okay, so generally the communication is the main objective on networking. So what happens is that, so it is actually similar to the postal service. Okay, in case if you want to gift our friend, what we do is that we get the object or a thing which we wanted to give, we wrap it up, and then we cover it with some kind of box or something, and then we write the address of the particular person, and we then give this particular parcel to the postal service, and they manage the delivering work, and it will be reached by the internet person. So this is what actually happens in networking as well. So when there is a data which is sent from the computer A, the data is packed with some kind of headers, which is like the box which is used to carry the gift item. And then we have the destination address, which can be called as IP addresses. Okay, IP addresses are something which is used to identify the particular things in the network, and the particular data with the headers will be fed with the source and destination IP addresses, so that the packet, which is the complete set of this particular gift item, which will be sent to the destination, and the destination will be found through the headers. Like there will be a destination IP, which is like the transportation service will use the source and destination IP to transport the packet and do those things. So now coming to the security part of the network security. So when we consider a lot of technologies available out there, none of the technologies is secure. So there are some kind of loopholes are always available, maybe the particular gadget or device might be secure for some time, like no one would have found any loopholes, but for sure there will be some kind of loopholes which will be available on this on the particular device or the thing. So there are a lot of devices involved in network, and every node and every gadget, every device used has some loopholes and some kind of things, and that is why network security is actually important. And what network security is about is to find, test, and rectify and do all those things. This is what actually it is involved on network security. So coming to the terminology parts, these three terminologies actually stays to be the high priority one. There is something called vulnerability. Okay, so vulnerability is like a loophole which is uh, which is found in a technology. To be simple, let's take an house which is considered as strong. Okay, and there is a cracked door which is found to be weak. So when a robber tries to enter this particular strong house, he just have to find those cracked door so that he can easily get through. So this is what an vulnerability is. And there is something called exploit. Okay, there is something called exploiting. It is like what hackers do is they exploit the things. What does exploitation mean? So exploitation is like we found the vulnerability, and the hacker like there is a house, and the robber found that the particular door is cracked, and exploiting is like using the cracked door and going into the house for stealing money, and this is what actually exploitation mean. So there is something called payload. Okay, so it is also comes in the same story. The gadget which is used to sorry, like it might be anything. So which is used to break the cracked door, right? So we found the vulnerability which is the cracked door, and exploitation happens through that door, and the payload is that which is used to break the door. So now we understood about vulnerability, exploit, and payload. And even though when you are highly deeply into cybersecurity, the more technical words would be involved around these three words. So when coming into network security, there are a lot of tools available out there, and there are a lot of use cases as well. But at the end, each tools and each techniques used on the network security is something related to finding out these vulnerabilities, and which is based upon the exploiting thing or a payload formation. And these three are the core objective, and this is what is actually done by the tool or something. So whatever you take tool you take, and there will be a certain use case. Okay, so there are a lot of tools out there, and how do I learn to use all these tools? So it is very simple. Okay, when there is a tool, there will be a apt use case or application case for that. So understand why the tool was built. So every tools do something which can also be done without that particular tool. So understand what that tool particularly does, and then understand why the tool was built rather than doing it manually, so that you understand what are the disadvantages which was covered by that particular tool, and then you can like understand the particular use case so that you can apply it anywhere else, like where the tools are particularly needed. So you might think that why I'm doing this basic kind of video right now. So this is because like there are many people trying to come into the field of cybersecurity, and they are leaving as soon as they get to know about what real thing is. So this is because they lag in fundamental things, and which I don't want for the new people who are coming in. To break a building, you should know how it was built. So it actually works out well in cybersecurity, like irrespective of what the thing you are learning into this domain. So those set of things needs to be covered by every kind of individual so that they don't struggle in the mid pin. And that is what I just wanted to cover in a short video, and this will be giving out the basic fundamentals of things. And I think you get good knowledge through this particular video. Thank you.